Oh, we've got the sound of the cars queuing up there. We are today at the Rayleigh Fire Station. They've got an open day, 20th of August, 10 AM till 4 PM. I think I'm a bit earlier than 10 AM to be honest. But look at that, a big hose strut at the size of that thing. So people might drive past to see this, and this is it. This is the inside of the fire station, which we are never normally allowed in. Wow, look at that. So you've got some hoses there that come out. Danger, danger, Will Robinson. Big tyres, I don't quite know what that is. Maybe someone might explain this. Ooh. There's lots of stuff in here. Wow. That is an inflatable technology. Oh, I see, it's an Essex Fire raft. Where's the back of the big hose there? There's some buttons. Free wheel, front wheel, where's the stop? Got fireman's helmet there. Oh, I didn't know they had one of them though. Oh, there's a fire engine just come back. That's been out on call, that one apparently. Gone out of fire somewhere. It's really cool.
MDT, it's where we get all our calls, all the information we need online for any information that we need for buildings, vehicles, anything like that. Also tells us where the hydrants are. Gives us all that sort of information. We can zoom in on the map. Gives us hydrant locations. Zoom back out. That's the main scheme radio where we talk to the girls in control. It's all our panel of lights. Our BA sets there. We've got every machine carries a defib. So we've got our walk round tablet there, so pretending RTC. Wow. Get all the crash data for each vehicle. Carry a tick, thermal imaging camera. So search for any heat source, be it in a house fire or an RTC. Look for any persons that are missing, or even animals. I've done well.
Yeah, what's your name, sorry?
Simon.
Simon, that's Fireman Simon. You've done a big tour. Thanks a lot for that.
Best tour I've done.
Best tour. Lovely. Thanks a lot.
Have a good day.
And then you just got to pull this forward, push it forward. Ready? 3, 2, 1. There you go. There you go. There you go. Yeah. That's it. All good? Yeah.
Lovely, thanks a lot.
I hope that's good enough for you.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
That's heavy though, isn't it?
Yeah, that's
heavy.
PPV.
PPV.
Yeah. Which stands for your positive pressure ventilation. So we call it PPV van.
Woo.
There's a little generator on it to clear smoke from buildings. It never goes inside a building, so we put it sort of 3 metres-ish away from a doorway or an opening, just to clear all the smoke. But we also make sure we've got to have the other side of the building, make sure there's a vent point for the smoke to blow out, otherwise it's just going to all blow back on itself. Thank you very much. General stuff for fuel spills, little steel kit there, general toolbox. Spare cylinders for our BA sets. Every machine carries 4 spare cylinders. We carry 4 BA sets.
Is that what say cylinders? That's like for your oxygen. Oxygen.
On the back,
Yeah.
on the back, yeah. Then we've got airbags here for any sort of like general sort of like lifting of not necessarily just cars, but anything really.
Probably me actually, because yeah.
Sorry?
Probably me. I can't.
No, never. It's general fire extinguishers. These are our hoses. Two different types of hose. We've got laid flat hose, 70mm diameter hose and 45mm diameter hose.
And they're connecting to that one there, aren't they? I'm guessing, yeah.
No, that's round the back.
Oh, okay, all
Yeah,
right.
that's your diesel.
Oh, that's your petrol.
Diesel.
Don't do that one.
Don't put water in that one. Yeah, so this is when we sort of got a bit of a more of a major fire, where we can apply a lot of water. Hose reels, 3 lengths of about 20 metres. That's hose that we generally use, car fires or bin fires or even a field fire, because it's more manageable. Because when these are charged, they're really difficult to manoeuvre and carry about.
Did you have a lot of call outs in the sort of the heat wave?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we were sent most of the sort of grass fires, field fires, that sort of thing. They were more sort of north of the county.
Yeah.
So we were sort of sent up to there just to support that end of the county, but with enough fire engines
To cover it, yeah.
left in this part of the county to cover anything that happened down here. Just your general, again, like a wet locker, you divide in breach, so we can have one hose coming out at the back of the fire engine, and then we can have split it, one hose into 2, so we can have 2 working off of one delivery on the back of the machine.
Yeah.
So when we've got hose rolled like this is called conventionally rolled. A 45mm hose is rolled slightly different. You can see a couple on the 70 in the middle.
Yeah.
So that's your conventional rolled. This is Dutch rolled hose. So it's a lot quicker to get out. Just throw it.
Throw it and yeah.
Whereas the conventional, you have to run it out full length, which are like these are 25mm lengths, standard length. Round back.
So we've got
Stand up cane bar just for topping up
look up there,
topping up the vehicles from the hydrants. Ladders on the top.
That's on the top.
Different appliances carry different ladders. We've got a 105 10.5 metre ladder. Some appliances carry 30.5 metre, or we've got a 135 ladder. It goes to, fully extended, goes to 30.5 metres.
Where's your mum? Where is she?
Roof ladder as well for getting on some fixed roofs.
You go and take it.
And then I know it seems a silly question, but if I was in a flat,
Yeah.
I can't walk. Would you fire me or carry me down there, or would you have another way to get me down?
What we go for, we've either got a carry sheet, just it's a sheet, a canvas sheet with various handles around it, which could be either a 4-man lift or 2-man lift, depending on the size of the person. If it's a situation where we have to get you out and there's no sort of messing around, or we've got a very limited time, we've got what we call a casualty strap, where we just put the strap around the back, under the armpits, and we just drag you out.
Okay, yeah.
But if it's not a time critical thing, we would carry sheet. If it's from height, we're calling out, depending on the situation.
Yeah.
If it's time critical or not. Also in here, we've got a triple extension ladder as well. So that's 3 ladders we carry: triple extension, 1 and 5, and a roof ladder. Hard suction hose. So if we want to lift water from an open source, like a pond, a river, or anything like that. This is the business end. We've got 4 deliveries. Got water tank valve here. If we're using the high pressure hose reel, we keep it set to high pressure. If we're using the bigger hose, like the 70 and 45mm hose, we set it to low, and we stick our hoses into the deliveries here, and then it's just general taps. Like I said, with a standpipe to fill up from any hydrant that's located around the county. We set it to the hydrant, flush it out, get any horrible dirt that's in the pit of the hydrant. We run our hose out from the hydrant and into the collecting head, or we can go directly into the tank. And we carry a little hydrant length, just a quick top up.
Yeah.
Save running out 25 metre hose. We was doing a little 5 metre hose.
How are you, Harrison? You good?
Here,
And below?
when we're in BA,
What do you want to know? Don't ask me anything hard.
it's all very sort of supervised when we're wearing BA. This is our BA board.
Oh yeah.
So when the guys come along, they have a little tally in there, sort of what we call a bodyguard. Basically, it's just a little computer that monitors your air, and you keep an eye on it. That little yellow tally with your name on, your pressure. It's all put in there. How long you can be in there, it works out on this little clock.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, you set the time to your pressure, and then you look at where your pressure is, and that gives you a specific time that it needs to be out by. Also comes accompanied with a BA fold. Here's our BA bag. There's various bits in it. There, so we've got a guideline which is 60 metres long. That's for if we've got quite a bit of a protracted incident, like a warehouse or quite a large building where we've carry quite a big search. So I've got a 60 metre guideline will get laid out, and the guys have a little carabiner clip on their BA sets, just on the waist belt. They clip onto that, and then they make their way along the guideline. So it's just another safety feature to make sure you know where you are, the guys on the outside running the board know where you are, and it's along with all your radio communications and everything else. It's just another safety thing to make sure the brief gets followed and everyone stays safe. This is a new thing, smoke hoods. So we've got a house fire or a heavily smoke building, and there's people recorded inside. We take the smoke hood in, we put it over there, put it over them, or they can do it themselves, or we can assist, just to keep them from inhaling any more sort of smoke and that sort of thing. That's a fairly new thing, that is. Just put that away. Right, show the other hose locker. It's basically the same as the other side. Hoses again, same as the other side. We've got two 20-litre foam barrels here, so if we get like a petrol or oil spill, then we can generate foam either through the hose reel or with a big hose. With a bigger hose, we use this, which is called an inline inductor. So this would get put in the back of the pump where these would normally go.
That looks heavy.
Sorry?
That looks heavy.
It is a little bit, yeah.
I'm not going to try to lift it, but that looks heavy.
So our inline inductor will get put in the back of the pump, and then one of these hoses get plugged into that, and then your branch on the end. That gets set into there, and then the end of this will get put into your foam barrel, which creates with the flow of water creates a Venturi effect, and it trains your foam concentrate with the water. As it comes out of the branch, it's in train with air, creates your bubbles for
I'll push you back.
creating a foam seal over your oil spill, your petrol spill, whatever it is.
Wow. Right, you just get me wet.
We've got just a general trauma bag with oxygen in, your bandages, that sort of thing.
Do you want to have another look?
We've got a large
So that's
incident,
variable. So we plug our hoses into
Various
there, and we can make our hoses go
jobs.
Let them all together into a big
like
state.
that says, instant master fault.
Make this bubble.
So what we
Not
have,
faster, or not slower. That's how it works.
master fault.
Yeah.
So if there's if you've got quite a big incident, then the ICU, instant guardian, will come along, man with a crew. They would take over any sort of communications to the control room, just keeping an eye on the incident, making sure informative messages are sent.
You've got these soaps again.
Safety officer.
Safety officer, yeah.
Okay, so again with a large projected incident, just to make sure that everyone on the incident ground is safe, just have a safety officer walking around. You have a safety officer walking around looking out for anything that might cause an issue. Sector commander. So again, a large incident. The incident might be so large that it would be broken down into different sectors. So you could have sector 1, sector 2, or say an RTC, say involving a bus and a car. You could have bus sector, car sector. It doesn't have to necessarily be numbered. So that's your sectors. Put back in. Everything out. We get a call and then I'm scrambling around. This is more getting into your RTC sort of equipment. So you've got general cone, pop-up cones. This is your paratech equipment. This is for stabilising vehicles. Alright, so say if you've got a car inside on its roof, these are extendable. So basically, you offer it up to the vehicle, and it creates kind of a 3-point frame just to stabilise the car. So if you've got a casualty that's been involved in RTC and has suffered neck or back pain, ever so slightest movement of the car, they're going to feel it vibrate all the way down their spine. So anything that you can use to stabilise a vehicle, which primarily will be this, with a car or on the side of its roof. If it's a vehicle on its wheels, generally it will just be the chocks and blocks. Because once you raise that suspension, and that's stabilised just with the blocks, that's more than sufficient. I'll add just a tripod for your lighting. Just general kit in there, hacksaws, axes, floorboard saws. This is for your battery hydraulic operated equipment. That's your impact driver, basically just a drill with your it's like kind of like a socket set really. This is your nibbler. You finished? Basically just for cutting sheet metal.
Anything you want to do,
If you want to take the roof skin of a car off.
we know you was first.
There's an ever so slight tiny blade on there.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound a lot.
No, but that will cut through, won't it? Yeah.
That's done that one, I reckon, isn't it? That car there, the inside the roof.
Yeah, use it on that one, yeah.
Yes, mate.
And just an electric battery operated saw. Just your dragon lights, so just floodlit, like an area that you need to. E-flares. Basically put through on the road. I mean, when I just sort of like highlight the public that the road's closed off, it's just stick them down the road, just to highlight more that we're there and if the road's closed off or down the one lane. Everybody likes hydraulic cutting equipment. So it's made by Homatro. It's all hydraulically operated. So that gets plugged into one end of the tool. The other end gets plugged into the generator, which I'll show you in there in a minute. And it's just one hose. It's got an inner and outer core. So the inner core is under high pressure going into the tool to power it. The outer core is low pressure, which is the return for when you're retracting the tool. So
when you use that, do you get like vibrations down your hand as well?
No.
You don't? No, okay.
No, completely smooth. Yeah, we're with the nibbler and the cooking saw, yeah, you get the vibration.
Yeah.
It's just...
I sort of know about that. That's what I do. I do insurance claims, and one of it's VWF.
Oh, right.
So my dad's like, he works in marble masons. He uses vibrating tools.
Oh, right. Okay.
So that's one of like, you know.
Yeah, no vibration with
No
this.
vibration.
It's completely... The worst thing you get is when you're completing your cut, you just get the bang of it cutting through the last part of whatever you're cutting.
Yeah.
It completes its job. So you got your cutters, basically just big pair of scissors. Oh yeah. You've got your ram. So if you want to make an opening larger, or what we've been taught lately, RTC training is reforming, whereas because there's so many new safety features on cars now, with the airbags and whatever else put aside, hydraulic fluid lines and whatever else running through parts of the roof and everything else, rather than cut, we do what's called reforming. So we put the ram inside the car where the roof's caved in. We push the roof out rather than just cut around it and remove the roof. It's just another new technical feature that we installed, which is quite handy and impressive to use. Hello. Where is the chip bag? No idea. Right, Pack X. This is something we've had for the last few years. So in RTC, not necessarily just for RTC. Good boy. Breaking glass is quite a bit of a major hazard for us and for the casualty.
Yeah.
So what we do, not necessarily the windscreen, because that's laminated anyway. Got side windows, rear window. It's just like a sticky cellophane.
Yeah.
Strips off so you can have as long as you want. Stick it on the window. So if the window does shatter,
It captures the
it keeps it all together. Rather than us going to break the glass, creating all those glass shards everywhere, which we would remove anyway. It's just sometimes it's not necessary to break the glass and put that on. It's like if we go to an RTC, we disconnect the battery. It used to be standard just to disconnect the battery to avoid any potential of any fires. But cars now are so powered by so many things by the battery, like electric seats, electric windows, and whatever else. Plus cars out on second battery in the boot now, so it's not always necessary to. Or if you think you've got to open the window or draw the window down, move the seat back, maybe do that before you disconnect the battery. Kind of same for this. It's not always necessary to break the glass. We'll put this in. Right, so it's Pack X. Rest of the whole macro. Yeah, this is the generator, power pack that we plug the hoses into. So one end in there, and then your other end into your tool. That's just a lot better than kit we've had in the past. It's just more manageable. You've only got one hose trailing out. Spreaders, we pretty much do the same as what your ram will do, although to a lesser extent. It doesn't have such a bigger opening as that. But also that can be used for crushing. Anything, so primarily used on RTCs, but you can use it for anything. And your trucks and blocks, like I said, with Paratech, for a car on its side or on its roof, primarily we'll use that to stabilise it. If it's a car in RTC and you've got to stabilise it, but it's still on all of its four wheels, we use the trucks and blocks, where we put enough blocks under the car. Just pile them up and up. And then stick a wedge underneath, just give it that last sort of little lift, and that'll just take any movement away from the suspension.
That is it. Well, when we was talking to fireman Steve, he was saying about what they did with the cutting tools, and this is some of the cars they've been cutting away. So that's what they do. You have a car accident, they're going to get you out of that. They cut the top there, they cut all the side there to get people safely out. So there's your lesson, people. Drive safely.
Yeah, we're from USAR, and there's a lot that we're paid for by central government. So although I'm still an Essex fireman, I'm actually paid for not by Essex. My wages, for a roundabout way, come from central government. Yeah. It's for resilience if there is a terrorist attack or a large scale. It's like Grenfell Tower, London's USAR went to that. So luckily we're quite quiet here in Essex. So what Essex Fire Brigade have done is they've turned our USAR station into a specialist rescue station as well. So we've got sort of national things, which is this, and we've also got Essexisms like a boat, rope rescue. We've got the dog, which is paid for by part of USAR, but our dog handler has also got a fire investigation dog, which is an Essex thing. So we're quite busy doing Essex shouts as opposed to going off and doing a big terrorist collapse, which doesn't happen luckily every day. At USAR we've got 3 of these modules which are like this, with the sides that open up, and some of them have got the same sort of equipment like generators and lights, but some of them have got different sorts of, they're different on other ones. This has got the shoring, so this is like if your wall's falling down or the ceiling's falling down, this is what they would have taken into Grenfell to make sure the ceilings don't collapse. Or other ones have got like the braking equipment for we've got concrete chainsaws, which are like water-fed concrete chainsaws, all seriously heavy plant. And there's a 4th one which is just this cut down. It's a skip with a forklift / digger on the back of it, so for like picking up rubble and taking the rubble away. So well, depending on what we get called for, it's like the Thunderbirds. Like whatever we get called for, we either take module 1, 2, 3 or 4. So go like a bit like Thunderbird 2, off you go. We've got a van, which is paid for, which is an Essex thing, which is paid for. It's got like water rescue equipment. We've got a boat that goes with the van. We've got a Ford Ranger, which is got all our rope equipment on it. So there's so much to learn, so much to do at our station. So it's all getting renewed. We still have shoring, we can't change that. We also got one that does it, it's got a lot of wood on. Instead of being the metal shores here, it's all wood and stuff. And you're better off building it out of wood, because this is all very expensive and we want it back. So you don't really want to be taking shores down, it gets left there until the demolition comes in. So if we can build it out of wood, we build it out of wood. So for that you need chop saws, all the stuff you'd expect for the carpenter to have. Carpenter's toolbox. We're sort of like jack of all trades. We've got like rope rescue equipment. we've kind of got to do everything that the fire brigade haven't got the equipment for. So with that, yeah, you've got tons and tons of kit. So that basically is
that's your job.
New sirens.
Lovely, thanks a lot.
Happy?
There we go, so I've just come back from my trip to the Fire Station Open Day. Chatted to some lovely firemen. For anyone I've spoken to today, thank you so much. It's great talking to you. Lengthy conversations with a couple of people down there. Enjoyed every moment of it. And thank you for the wonderful service you provide, putting out fires and all the wonderful stuff you do. So yeah, great day out and great video, hopefully. I like it if you do like the video. If you don't like the video, shame on you. They're firemen, they do good jobs.